Aloha, Shelby Collins here of shelbycollins.com, and welcome to my daily vlog on living in Hawaii for Monday. And boy, do I have a lot of things I want to talk about. So you can see I'm still in the same direction. So yesterday I did not vlog, and I didn't even take my first shower of the day, if I'm 1,000% honest, until like 8 o'clock at night, which is really like my second shower of the day. But I got up and I had 2 client calls in the morning on a Sunday. Yeah, it was that kind of day for a couple of clients. And then I unpacked and moved stuff. And, so here's the way I unpack anyway. Maybe you're totally different, but until you've lived in a place, you don't know how it kind of lives. And so you unpack stuff. And then once you've lived there for like a week and you figure out how it lives, then you realize that where you put stuff initially really is not the best or ideal spot. So I'm kind of in that, oh, now I know I need this here. And a lot of it was moving stuff to rooms, which I'll show you just so you can see. Oh, see all the boxes? It's all boxes. So lots of boxes get moved to a room, and then you have to obviously unpack those boxes. And things like my master bath, if I'm 1,000% honest, like one box can have, no joke, 400 little boxes in it, right? Like I had a couple huge boxes of brand new unopened beauty stuff, like eye stuff and makeup and mascaras. And so it's all these little boxes that I put in a big box, right? Well, now the big box is here, and either you have to leave it in a big box, which you'll never see. And I'm sure both ladies and gentlemen can understand that if you don't see it, then you don't know you have it. Like some of the stuff I've unpacked and used has been stuff that I never even unpacked in Nevada. And like my incense holder, for example, never got it out in Nevada, found it. It's like my favoriteest one, hadn't used it since California. So we're talking, 11 years. And so it's been very interesting. I did rearrange the garage slightly. The Buddha container's in the way wrong spot now that I've lived here. And I tried to move it yesterday and it was impossible. It does have stuff in it. So when I get serious about wanting to move it, I'm going to need to empty everything and make it as light as possible and then move it. But it's not in an ideal place whatsoever. I want to say, just in case you were wondering, my parents mailed me a Christmas package on December 21st, and I still haven't gotten it, and today's the 9th of January. It still shows en route to destination, and the last known location was California. And, essentially, I'll just be forthright honest. My dad got screwed over by the postal guy at the post office. And the guy was like, because it was the 21st, he told my dad it could either go by air or by boat. And the difference was like $40. So my dad said then by boat, and never asked about priority, was never offered anything about, I don't think it could have gone first class. But at any rate, it still hasn't made it. So I believe it's called Retail Ground, United States Postal Service Retail Ground. Don't use that if you're going to be shipping stuff to the islands, because God only knows when I'll get that package, and it's been en route since the 21st, and then God only knows what it'll be what kind of shape it'll be in when it finally does get here. I do want to say something that has been a godsend, and I have to tell everybody about it. This is by no means am I affiliated. I'm not getting paid to endorse them whatsoever. But I had used these once before and kind of forgot about it until I knew I wanted to reorganize my bedroom furniture. And my bedroom furniture is solid wood. And I'm talking, move the bed on the opposite side of the room, move the dresser on the opposite side of the room, move the 2 end tables on the opposite sides of the room. I still don't love the layout. And I'll show it to you because tomorrow the foundation's coming, which I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a second. But these are called super sliders, and you may have seen an infomercial about them years ago. I got these at Walmart here on Oahu. They were like $14.98 for the 16-piece set. Furniture moving kit. So I got the stuff that'll move on, floors like hardwood, tile, blah, 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 anything other than carpet. And then the ones that'll move on carpet, because I have a fish tank that I'm not 1,000% sure where it's going to end up. And so I haven't filled it or anything, but when I need to move it, if I do, then I needed that too. And so this will make things, this is great if you want to move stuff clean underneath the beds, rearrange furniture. But so the ones that go on carpet have like this plastic bottom to it. And then it's got like this cushiony thing that the, foot goes on. You put it on all four corners and then holy hell. I mean, I will say with my solid bedroom dresser, I did it this morning, and I didn't use it with these small ones. I have the bigger ones that upstairs. I mean, I had to push it, but damn it, you can move it. Like I can move it myself anywhere in the room. The bed was like, because it's just a bed frame, right? Solid wood, but still. So, and these are the ones, they have like a felt bottom if they're moving on the hardwood. But, I'm telling you, you can use these and not have to pay people to move your gear if you want to change stuff up. In the beginning of the year is when you want to change stuff up, right? New energy. It's like, oh my God, I'd really like the couch over here, the bed over here. So you go for the super sliders, furniture moving kit, 16 piece. And obviously there's ones that they're like this big around for the carpet. And then there's ones that are like this for the carpet. It's just genius and works like a champ. I'm telling you, $15 will probably be cheaper where you are because it's $15 here and we pay more for everything. So get yourself some. I did, I'm kind of frustrated with this foundation for my bed. So my gut told me to give him a call today. And when my gut tells me to do something, I listen. So I called and I said to the guy, I had called in, I had some conversations, and this is all true. And they had told me it was 2 days shipping. And long story short, I placed this order on the 27th. And when he looked it up online, he's like, oh my God, this is really too long. No matter what, this is too long. So they did give me a $50 credit back to my card, which I thought was more than decent. And it's still coming tomorrow. It still shows that the last spot it was, I think yesterday, was California. But then it just gets on a plane from there to Honolulu and then out for delivery. So fingers crossed that I at least get that tomorrow, and then I can get my bed set up finally and no more. This will be the last night on the futon. I also want to tell you, I don't know if I've mentioned this before. I don't think I have, but it's very shocking. At least it was to me. XM radio does not work here on the islands. And to me, that seemed, again, somewhat shocking because it's satellite, right? I mean, how do the islands not get satellite? But we don't. And so I had said this maybe I did tell you that somebody, when I picked up my car, had put in all FM channels and had turned it on to FM. So I got my little rebate check back. I mean, like they did try to say for a half a second, like, you do have the ultimate package, so you can listen to it online and on your mobile app. And I've said, in all the years that I've had XM, which honestly is like almost 10 years now, I've never listened to it online or on the app. Never once. That's not where I listen to radio. So that really does me nothing. And then they're like, okay, we'll mail you a check. I was like, oh, okay, that's decent. So I did get that check back today. And so if you are somebody who loves XM, you'll only be able to get it on the internet or via the app. It will not work in your car here on the islands of Hawaii. I want to say my dishwasher's still not working. If you recollect, I did send an email on Saturday morning. Haven't heard anything. So my gut says if we don't hear anything by tomorrow. The handyman was here today, early this morning, as a matter of fact. He lives just like one city over, which, a city on an island of Hawaii is like, 5 minutes away. So, and I knew this because when his father was here the very first time, I asked him, I asked him a couple of times if he wanted something to drink on the way out, a water or juice or something. He's like, no, my kid just lives right over the hill. So his kid's the one that's been doing all the follow-up. So he came and reinstalled those blinds. They did get the blinds fixed. They were nice blinds, I will say. And I never in a million years thought, but they paid somebody to restring them. So Blinds are hung. Bed is where it needs to be now. I have not put any of the clothes in the dresser or anything, but that's in process. The handyman also he took 2 screens with him because they were bad. And he's going to do something because I really don't have any kind of porch light. If you can imagine that, it's kind of like this spotlight. And not only is it a spotlight, but it's a solar, no, it's a sensor one that'll only stay on for like 1 minute, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes. So even he agreed that was kind of wonky. Took some pictures. And I don't know, I think he's going to be swinging back by later to drop back off the screens. Because again, I think he tries to come here first thing in the morning because I'm right on his way out. And then if he needs to do something, then he can swing back by on his way home because I'm so close. I also want to say today, because my mail comes, one of the first things I shouldn't say that, by like 10:30, 11, I got my first water bill. Now, I have nothing to compare this to, and I cannot remember for the life of me what my water bill in Vegas was about $60 a month. That was water, sewer, garbage, and that was just for a 2-bedroom, place. This is 3. I'm still the same person, although I am watering now a yard. But the bill was from the 20th of December until the 3rd of January. So we're only talking 2 weeks, like exactly 2 weeks. And it was $89. And there was no deposit. If you remember, I did get a letter of credit from my previous power company, which they offered. I hadn't even known there was such a thing. But that did waive all the every time you sign up for new utilities, they require some sort of deposit, but it waived it all on the water, sewer, garbage, and on the electric. But I thought, wow, that seemed a little pricey. So we'll have to see what a full month will be then. I guess the full month will be on February 3rd. So maybe it'll be like January 3rd to February 3rd. And then we'll know, because again, I do shower twice a day and I haven't done any dishes, right? Because my dishwasher doesn't work. So, and it's not like I've been overly washing, loads of laundry. So we'll just have to see how that shakes out. But I did think that you would want to know. I thought, oh, that's not that bad, until I saw it was only from the 20th to the 3rd and thought, wow, that's only 2 weeks. That means water, sewer, garbage will run about $200 a month. That does seem high to me. But of course it is what it is, So that's my little update for today. I know that's a lot of information. So many of you are leaving comments. I can't tell you how much I appreciate your comments and suggestions. And hey, have you thought about doing this? And somebody also commented about me trying poke. And, I don't know if I've mentioned this in previous videos, but I don't like fish. I don't like anything that swims like this. If it scoots, like a mussel or a shrimp, love it. Lobster, crab, the really expensive stuff is what I tend to like. But if it swims like this, has a fin, eel, I'm not so good with. Although, and it is true that they are everywhere, right? All the grocery stores sell fresh poke. If you watch the Costco video, and I think it was the first one of the part 1, part 2, there's 2 ladies that are filling the shelves, and that's the poke right there, right? And I saw a lady now usually I walk by kind of looking out of my left eye, right? Because it's like, oh, I don't eat a lot of fish. But I saw this lady grab one that was all crabs. Like, I'm not sure if it was soft shell, but it was refrigerated. See, and I'm not a huge refrigerated crab type of girl unless it's like a crab salad. So again, that would involve some shifting of my beliefs and mindset. Like, okay, it's totally okay to be eating this cold crab. But I do believe it's like, smaller shelled crabs. And then they call that, crab poke. And so I would be willing to try something like that. If it's fishy, no. Not even just for the sake of being Hawaiian now would I eat fishy poke. So it's not I don't want to disrespect anything. It's just not, it's a consistency thing for me. And the fact that most of it's raw just sends me over the edge. If I go for sushi, it's like California rolls or spider rolls, which again involves crab, soft-shelled crab, but it's cooked. You know, things like that. Go for the teriyaki, the edamames, the soup, but just can't do the fish. So I will definitely be getting braver about the crab poke, or there might even be a shrimp poke that I saw that I would be willing to try. So I'm just over 15 minutes again. It's like it's so hard for me to keep it shorter than that, but I did have a lot to share with you. And I'm excited that things are getting done. Send me some good vibes that this dishwasher gets fixed quickly. It's filled to the gills, so like now I have to do dishes if I want to use anything anymore because it's full. I mean, it was good enough for a load on Saturday, and today is Monday. And I'm not sure if it's just because the guy, property management company's like on Hawaiian time, or if they're just lame. I'm not sure. I think it's a little bit of both, if you want to know the truth. Which, you know, I'll make sure to make a note about renting. Maybe that'll be part of tomorrow's vlog. Oh, I'm so much wiser. So much wiser. And so that's that. You look fantastic. I hope you're feeling fantastic. It's our second full week of 2017, if you can believe it. It's like, oh my gosh, just last Sunday was New Year's. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. And here we are, we're on our second week now. So hopefully your year is going fabulous. I'm announcing a new program. It's got a totally irreverent name and I love it. It's kind of like, you know, that's kind of my vibe. And it's like, I don't know, I'm finally naming a program after my vibe. So I'm excited about that. And if you have any comments or suggestions, be sure to leave them below. I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel. Tell everybody you know about this channel. That would be stupendous. And if there's anything I can answer for you, I do get a lot of private messages as well too, and I answer all of those. So, you know, again, any comments or questions you have, especially about, you know, places or contact information, I'm very, very, very responsive to answering all of it for you because I know how important it was when people told me. And so, you know, you just got to share and share alike. And then when you need the help, it comes right back to you. So I just hope you're having a great day and mahalo so much for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow. Aloha.